Hello everybody and welcome to a bit of a waffly ramble at ELEX in Coventry. I'm Paul Meenan.
I'm Dan Jackson.
Dave Watts, Sparky Ninja.
I'm JW.
He is JW. So this video is going to be a little bit different because obviously we were here at a trade show together doing some CPD and learning, but we thought we'd stop for 5 minutes before crowds come in and we would discuss YouTube, because we all have got some content of some sorts in YouTube. I'm probably the novice of the group, hence the quality of this video and the sound, no doubt. But what we thought we'd do was take 5 minutes and just share our experiences with YouTube and the challenge of it, because now there's lots and lots and lots of YouTubers and I genuinely can't keep up with the vlogging and the YouTubing. So what's your one piece of advice? What challenges have you found? What advice would you give to YouTubers?
I think you've just got to remember what you put out can influence people. So you've got to be really conscious about what you're saying and how you're saying it, especially if you're doing technical content. There's a lot of electricians who are posting stuff on their day-to-day work, and actually then it's not strictly in accordance with regulations and legislation. So you have got to be a bit careful and think about what you're doing. But and people do watch it, and you can't teach people bad habits. It's the same as when you're teaching apprentices. You can't teach people bad habits, but it can have a really positive impact in what you're doing. And
I'd agree. I mean, fundamentally, what you're doing is you're putting your work, your workmanship, you're capturing it and you're putting it on the internet for it to stay forevermore. And if you're just taking a camera onto site, you've got to make sure you're doing an effective bit of due diligence, if you will. Systems of work, working procedures, safe working practices. Because learners are going to start using YouTube a lot more than classroom training, or they're going to take YouTube on board with their training, and we need to be a lot more responsible with the type of content we put out. I mean, the content that I put out takes a lot of revision time. I mean, how many hours do you put into research? Make sure you're getting everything bang on. If you're not going to do that, you want to take the camera on the site, just make sure you are showing the safe working practices and you're putting that into the content. If you're just having a laugh on the site, a lot of learners might take that the wrong way. So do bear that in mind.
I don't actually do videos of on-site. If you've seen the list of ones I've done, and that's mainly why, because you've got little control over what actually goes on, and it only takes one thing that might not be taken out of context or something, and then of course people are going to see it and think, that's a good thing to do. And
you have put little bits and bobs online though, haven't you?
I've put a few bits on Facebook, but it's literally little tiny bits of odd things. So rather than sort of just taking the camera and going around and rewinding someone's house or something, which obviously the problems with that are so you haven't got so much control over it, and it only takes one thing, and there you go.
I think also it's worthwhile probably pointing out that there is two different types. We need to be clear here. So there are YouTuber electricians. I'm not a YouTuber electrician, but I am a former electrician doing YouTube content. And one thing that I found is there's no harm in doing banter, light-hearted, humorous stuff, as long as you're not breaching company policy or the trust of your customers. But the technical content takes hours.
So much time,
because the one thing I don't want to do is to put something online and then someone goes, oh well, Paul Meenan said that in the video.
They still will do that.
Yeah, I know they probably still will do that, but it's making sure I've done that due diligence, because in 2 years' time, if someone copies or was influenced by something I've said and they end up injuring someone or causing harm, then that could be used against me in a court of law. And it's really worthwhile noting that, regardless of whether you're just having fun and a bit of banter or you're doing a serious researched engineering imparting of knowledge and engineering judgment and opinion videos. So it's definitely worthwhile considering those aspects of it.
I think, obviously most videos are going to have at least one mistake in them, but you've got to actually make sure that the content you're doing is actually correct, or as much as you can be. Say otherwise, you put something up that's like rubbish, and it's going to be there literally for 10 years,
it will,
or forever. But you can have a lot of fun making videos. I really enjoy it. I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy the stuff I put out.
It's hard. The volume never works.
But it does take a lot of time, and anybody who posts stuff online and edits and stuff, especially your stuff, your content, like your 18th edition that I'm going through at the minute, I have a lot of respect for people who take the time, because it's something that a lot of people do for a hobby as well. So the time thing as well, I think a lot of people just don't realise how long
even simple things take. I mean, that video I did on that Mega, it was 2 hours just to record it, and then there was another couple of hours to edit it into something that was sort of not horrendously long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then that's before obviously actually using the thing to start with to actually see what you're going to do in the thing. And I always watch the videos back afterwards in full to make sure that there's not some horrendous mistake halfway through. So even that was sort of 6-7 hours of actual time, and that was just, here's a product, this is how you use it.
See, I'm screwing this up massively because my first video took me weeks and weeks, probably at least 12 to 14 days of sitting in front of a computer before I got it right. The next one is the exact same. It's hours and days because I'm not used to it.
One of the biggest issues with that is you never decided when you'd finished researching.
That's true. I kept
finding
new
another
stuff,
standard, another standard. Going into territory.
You go into territory, you realise no electrician has actually ever read these standards ever, and they're not really conveyed to us very well.
You've got to get to a point and say, well, that's fine for this video, and then there's got like 50 others to come after that or something else.
So you have to like write a script.
I have to have an. Yeah, I know.
Which is quite difficult actually. But you've got to actually, because otherwise you're getting a video that's like 6 hours long, and it's like, well, no one's going to watch it. It's far too long.
Yeah, I watch myself. That's about it, really.
Well, that's actually a good point. I mean, anyone who's done content already, do watch your content and just say to yourself, am I working safely?
Yeah.
And do I agree with my own content? If you take a camera on the site and you're going around with your guys, your fellow Sparks on site, look back and say, this is my brand, this is my company, is this safe system work? Or do I need to add a comment? Do I need to add a bit just to exercise extra levels
in
of
fairness,
safety?
I have seen one YouTuber, I'm not going to name them, who've done content, and I've looked at their working methods and I've just gone, your business is not going to thrive at all because you are such a lash up, crash it, not thinking, not due diligence, not following fundamental principles, and you're actually recording it. But again, I think it comes to that they don't know.
Yeah.
You're only as good as the bloke who taught you.
The positive of what you just said, though, if
they're at least open to it.
But if you have a company and you are an electrician posting on YouTube, you can show your customers or potential customers and peers what you can do and your ability, and it can really go in your favour to help grow your business if you want it to, if you're doing it the right way.
I think also an important point is that if you're going to go into someone's house and film it, you need to get their permission before you start doing it, because they might not want the house on YouTube or anywhere else.
Yeah, that's true. Going through, I mean, I'm trying to do stuff on the railway, but I filmed a video on the railway that nobody will ever watch because going through approvals is sheer good luck. Because it has to go through corporate and they are very cautious about what they want to be seen. So eventually I'll get one through, but it would probably not till next year.
Yeah, so do get permission, because you can be putting up some great content to find 2 or 3 months later you get an email. Because the people at the site where you're recording may not know that you're putting content. They may not even know that you're a YouTuber, and you might find yourself getting an email. I would lie if I had to say I hadn't had that happen to me.
Yeah, my HR actually know that I do this now. They think it's weird. So do I. Yeah. Anyway, right, we're going to end there because that's about
just think of the accuracy and quality of your content.
Awesome.
That's my advice.
I think we'll wrap it up. Anything else to say, guys?
No.
No. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourself and each other. See you next one.